this beauty edition video, I'm going to give a review on a cruelty-free nail polish called Salon Perfect. So I'm going to set up a little mini manicure station and show you what I use and then do a review. So come with me. So I have my little station set up here and I've got my nail soak here and I've just put a little warm water with some of this wonderful hand soap that I found, and it's Mrs. Meyers Clean Day Verbena scented hand soap, and I buy the refill bottles. I like that because I don't use as much plastic and it's really more economical to do it that way. Very nice scent. I really like this scent. It's olive oil and aloe vera. It's very nice. And then I have my nail polish remover. I have my Q-tips. I have these aluminum foil strips. I cut strips that I'm going to use, and I'll show you how I do that to remove my polish quicker. And then I have my scissor and my emery board, some cotton swabs. I have my polish, and I'm going to be showing you, this is the brand, it's called Salon Perfect. And I have this shade, which is Ballerina Slippers. And I have this shade, which is a sparkle shade, and it is called Shimmer Down. And then I have my top coat, and then I have, for my cuticles, I actually am using the Josiemaran argan oil that I've done a review on, which I'll link above. But to just treat the cuticles, I'll use this. Now, what you also can use is you can heat up some olive oil. Just put a little bit in a little glass bowl and heat it in the microwave for a few seconds and get it warm, and then you can use that to soften the cuticles. And I always have a candle burning. It's very relaxing. I love that. And then behind here, I'll just move this. I have my diffuser going, and I love this diffuser. It's a small one, so it doesn't take up space, and it changes color. You can't really see it too much because it's so bright, but it does change color at night. And I actually have a lavender oil going right now. So it's nice to set up your station and add these self-care relaxation essentials along with the other tools. Now, the first thing that I need to do is I need to remove my old polish. So I'm going to do that now. And that's when I'm going to use my cotton. And I wanted to just show you this. This is the cotton that you get when you open your vitamin bottle. No reason to throw this away. Why throw this away? It's in a landfill, just taking up space. You might as well use it. And this makes a really good, it's cotton. So you just break it off. So don't throw this away. It's very useful. So just take your strips and just separate them, and then you've got your nice little cotton balls. So first we're going to take off the old polish. And why I cut the strips was because I'm going to use that to hold the cotton ball in place, and that'll give me some more dexterity with my fingers, and I won't have to rub so hard to get the nail enamel off. So you're just going to take your cotton and you're just going to soak it in the remover, and then you're going to place it on your nail like so, and then you're going to take your little strip of the aluminum foil and you're going to go ahead and cap your finger, setting nicely on your finger. So you'll continue to do that to the rest of your fingers. And what I find is when you use a sparkle polish, those are the most difficult shades to remove for some reason. So again, I'm putting it on my nail and then I'm wrapping the foil around it. And it's nice if you can, maybe you want to listen to a podcast when you're doing this, or listen to some good music, just have something nice and relaxing too in the background. And it's nice to have a little mini spa. And I'm sure if you're like me, you have most of these things already in your linen closet. So it's nothing that you have to go out and buy. So that gives you an idea. I'm going to go ahead and finish just capping all my nails. Okay, so once you have your fingers capped, then I would wait about 5 minutes. And what I find is that this really reduces the amount of time that you are rubbing, and you're using much more remover, trying so hard to get the enamel off. So after about 5 minutes, you can remove, and you'll see that a lot of the polish is taken off for you. Look at that. There's always going to be a little on, especially, it's quite a bit, and I didn't even rub or anything like that. So if you haven't been using this technique, it's a really, really nice technique. And all you have to do, obviously, for the nails that have the sparkle, you might have to go over it just slightly, but I mean, this is just amazing. I saw this technique used and I thought, I'm going to try it and see how well it works, and I'm just going to be doing this from now on. Now, if you wanted to have or use less foil, what you can do is just cap one hand and then 5 minutes, and then switch that product to the other hand. So you'll be using less foil and less cotton and less remover. And there's enough on it, there should be enough on it that, look, I mean, that was just a few seconds. So it really is worth the few extra minutes that it's going to take to make the strips and everything. So the next step is going to be my nail soak. So the water should be nice and warm, and you're just going to soak the nails for about 5 minutes to soften the cuticles, and then we'll use our argan oil or our olive oil, or if you have a cuticle oil, then that will be the next step. So let's soak our nails for about 5 minutes. Okay, everyone, I've soaked my nails, and now I'm going to apply the cuticle oil, or I'm using the argan oil. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on my cuticles to help soften them. We just need a little bit. You really have to be careful with your cuticles. It's such a tender and a soft area, and you're going to just massage that in. Massage it. So massage, massage. It feels so good. Obviously, it's not something that we usually have a chance to do, or many go to the salons, which you can't do right now. So you get this little pampering when you have your regular manicures. But we can do that for ourselves, and it'll boost our spirits. Okay, so while that is setting, let's go ahead and shape the nails. Now, I like my nails shaped. Obviously, you see they're fairly short. I don't like my nails at a very long length. I find that I like to be able to reach for things and work with things. And when they're just too long, I just find it very, very difficult, and it's very hard to maintain too. It's hard to keep the under nail area clean. So what I'm doing is I like a very flat edge, flat top, should I say, and then just go ahead and just round the edges. But I like a flat surface on top. So you do as you're comfortable with. And I don't go for fillers. I don't go for manicures. So once in a great while treat where I'll get a manicure or a pedicure. I think pedicures actually are more relaxing because I find that manicures I can really do myself because I don't get fillers or tips, anything added on. So I can keep up with them myself. But the pedicures are really a pampering spa type day. And that really feels good because you can really have your skin smooth, and obviously it's easier for someone else to do your feet. So after I have filed the nails, I'm just going to use a nice soft cloth and just wipe away any fragments of the nail at all, to just have a nice clean surface. And you know, gently push the cuticles back. I just use my nail itself to go ahead and just gently push the cuticles back. You don't want to hurt yourself. Okay, now we're going to start in the painting process. And if you wanted to go just with the clear coat, if you feel that you just want a rust from color, but I usually choose shades such as this ballerina slipper shade. So it's very light and it really shouldn't show the chipping. Shake it very well. This polish, it says that it has a keratin treatment in it. And I wanted to show you how this goes on. So it's a rather thick formula. So you don't need a lot on your brush at one time. Because remember, don't dip the brush in the polish and get a clump and then put it on your nails, because what's going to happen, it's a paint. And what happens when you paint with too much paint on your paintbrush, you're going to have so many layers that it's not going to dry properly underneath. So it's better to apply more thin coats than a thicker coat, because you're thinking, well, this way I'll just get it done quicker. If you ever notice after you've done your nails and maybe you've painted too much on your nail at one time, when you think it's dry in about 10 minutes, you end up finding out that the polish is not dry, and it doesn't dry. It doesn't dry well, and you'll get nicks and smudges, and it just won't look well. So as far as the application, it is a little thick. It's a little thick, thicker than polishes that I have used in the past. But the coverage is pretty good, I think, for this being the first coat. I'm going to do the sparkle actually on the thumb, so you'll be able to see what the shimmer down shade looks like. So this is the Salon Perfect sparkle shade. And I really like this shade. It's very similar to Wet n Wild had a shade called Sparked. And obviously that's another cruelty-free brand. And I really, really like that. And a lot of the stores discontinued carrying it, so I wasn't able to find it. So when I saw this shade, I wondered if it was close to the Wet n Wild, and it is. So that gives you an idea of one coat of coverage of the enamel. And I'm going to go ahead and finish my nails and then come back with you so you can see the final effect. Okay everyone, I have painted all my nails, so that means 2 coats of the 2 different shades that I used. And I have to say that the thickness of the polish was the drawback in ease of using it, because it is so thick. You have to really brush off the excess on the tip of the brush before you go ahead and apply it. So light coats. As far as the coverage itself, I think 2 coats is sufficient. I'm not seeing any nail through the enamel. And as you see, the sparkle is very, very nice. Now, because I have been using this already for about 8 weeks, I have seen the wearability is not as good as traditional polishes that I've used in the past. But the key to stretching the durability is, of course, like any polish, is your top coat. So it's very important to keep applying the top coat. I would say if you can every day to apply a coat, and usually a good time is when you've gotten into bed and you've creamed your hands, and then I would go ahead and put a top coat and then maybe read a chapter of your book, and then you know, it will have dried in about 10 minutes that you can, you know, touch things and it's okay. So definitely you'll want to buy the top coat. I had found this line at Walmart, so check that out online, and I will link the 2 colors that I used down below. So I think it gives us another option, those of us that want to stay cruelty-free with our products. And I really appreciate you joining me. If you haven't subscribed yet, friends, please join this Beauty Edition family and share with me, have you found any cruelty-free nail polishes? I'd love to know so I can try it and do a review on this channel. So until next time, stay home and stay well. And as always, peace and love.